Hey y'all, Ham here. It's a beautiful spring day. I've been training very hard lately. Training strong like a woman, all that good stuff. Speaking of being strong like a woman and all the things women go through, what the hell? Alabama, right? Is it Alabama? I've forgotten at this point which states are deciding that they've literally gone off the deep end of crazy. It's 2019. Church and state needs to be separated. We all know this. The fact that we are even addressing Roe versus Wade in a time like this, this makes me scared. This makes me sad. And, have we not learned as citizens, as humans, the Holocaust, I always use this as an example of, why you shouldn't let certain things happen, why you shouldn't let certain rights be taken from you. Because once they start, just like in jiu-jitsu, once they start breaking down your body, soon they have complete control over you. Once you give them an inch, kind of thing. Inch of chip nail polish. Once you get on that train, once you pack your bags and get on that train, right, there's no turning back. There's no control after that. You've literally given up all rights and control. The fact that women are being punished and not the men involved, in situations like that, speaks volumes. I think, I don't like to get too political because everyone has their own opinion about things, and I don't ever I have my opinions and I feel strongly about them, but I let people kind of live their life based on their experiences. And I could try to change somebody's mind, but really the best anyone can ever do is just give the information and let them do with it as they will, because that's exactly what's going to happen. No one's going to just, they need to want to change their mind. And the best you could do as a person is to just give them the information and let them hopefully, do good things with it. So, it's a very sad time in America. It's a very sad time in this world. We are this developed, rich country supposedly, but yet we have, as free as we are, we have so many things that we're not free, and free to us, and so many things that are really just, perceived to be free. Ooh, but we're really just astronomically controlled in ways, I'm trying to get the sun, sorry, in ways that, in a nation like that we have, and as far as we've come, there's no reason whatsoever to be dealing with this type of stuff. Stop picking on people who are weaker than you. This is like a direct threat to society. I mean, the population's too big as it is. Like, why now I've heard two sides of this. I've heard women who are pro-life, pro-choice, I should say. And just because you're pro-choice doesn't mean you're for abortions. It just means for your own body. When you say you're pro-life, it just means that I'm sorry. Am I confusing myself? If you say you're pro-choice, is that what I said? I'm sorry, I'm not rewinding this. It doesn't necessarily mean you're pro-abortion. It just means you're pro whatever that scenario is, and you deal with it when you get there, kind of thing, I know a lot of people who are pro-choice but still wouldn't have an abortion, This is a very sensitive, sticky topic, and it shouldn't be, in a way. Like, we are such a conservative nation, despite how free we're said to be, and things aren't talked about and things aren't explained, and I really can't wrap my head around that actually happened, and then this is actually going on, And I think what we're setting up for is like making people I always think like everything political is always a strategic move to control a big group of people, right? So now they're getting America pissed. So now we're probably going to vote very liberal in the next election. I feel like, right? It just swings one way, then it's going to swing the other way. This puppet president situation going on, it's literally just, it's like we're opening Pandora's box. Like we opened up the candy cabinet and we're just letting, it's like you asked the dumb, I'm gonna use like a bad analogy, like the dumb, young, fat kid to open the candy cabinet, and then we all just trample them to run in and grab everything we can. And I feel like that's what's going on. We have a dumb fat kid that's getting trampled, and the government is the perceived group of people running in and ransacking all they can and getting what they want, you know, getting what they want, like, you know, to be official and laws to be made and things like that. And then, you know, once the government changes again, it's like too late. They've already gotten done what they wanted to get done, stole what they wanted to steal, you know. But I don't think we realize how serious and traumatic this whole situation is. Oh, there's the sun. It's curly hair. And how detrimental it is to a lot of people. It's not fair. Like, it's not fair. Like, if you're gonna punish someone that badly for something like that, you need to punish everybody involved, men and women. And there lies the problem. You know, if it was really such a legal issue, you know, what about the man who forcefully raped an 11-year-old girl, but if she doesn't go to term with her pregnancy, she's going to jail, you know? It's sad. It's not okay. It's really not okay. This is more of a religious point of view, and, you know, nothing against religion, but like that has no business in the laws of our country. We are not all the same religion. Religion is a very personal, private thing. It has no place in, you know, anything like that. It's just, it should never even be an issue, be a situation, be a thought. This has to not be. And I encourage everyone to get out and vote in the next election, whenever that is. I'm going to be taking a look myself. You know, as far as like small elections, and they say that's the most important, are these small elections, and people overlook them. And I know in a lot of states you have to be, for presidential elections, you have to be registered as a Democrat or Republican to be able to vote in a primary election. So even though I was initially listed as an independent, I want to be able to vote in primary elections. So I decided that, you know, the closest stance to independent would be probably Democratic, you know, whatever. You do you. I have no judgment over what political party you support, honestly. Like, people have their own reasons for everything. I really don't try to get political on my page. I mildly will suggest things sometimes, but I don't want to put anyone down for that kind of stuff. But what I really want to do is start a conversation about why this is just so backwards. It's like, are we going to bring back segregation? I mean, we basically have, you know, in a way, with certain things, but you don't go backwards, right? You find out different ways to address things. So let's just say the issue was people just abusing abortions. Well, most people don't. Maybe there's a cap, like you have 3, and after that, then they'll start questioning you. Or maybe instead of being punished jail, you have to maybe, if you're having like 20 abortions, maybe set you up with mental health professionals instead. Like, what's the underlying issue? Like, we never want to actually fix the problem. It's always just a Band-Aid. You know, getting people help instead of letting them run rampant. You know, some people, it's like the cycle. It's like people can't help the life that they're forced into sometimes, no matter how much. Not everybody has it in them to pull through and be like the CEO of a company, or like pull through and like make it. Some people are just average, and we ask so much more of like the average poor person than we do the average rich person, right? They have to fight that much harder. You know, if they weren't given things on a silver platter and they have to like work from zero. You know, why is it that certain people get privileges, and the answer is money. And living in such a capitalist society, it's like, it's bullshit. I'm sorry. You know, capitalism is pretty evil the way it's ran, and it's not that it's a horrible concept, but it's just, it's not ironed out, I think, as a way to run a country. I think there's a lot of things that need to be, you know. I'm sorry the camera keeps moving. I'm kind of like sitting on the ground in a beautiful sunny day. My face is all sun on it, but I'm getting that vitamin D. I'm absorbing it, at least through my head. I'm wearing a freaking sweatshirt. So yeah, so I just encourage everyone to take the time to think about that, and take the time to figure out what you can do in your community to you know, help to reverse that, because I'm telling you, I mean, I feel really bad for the people who maybe are pro-life. You know, this is, to them this sounds great, but it's not something, like, your own personal opinion about something that you maybe wouldn't do with your body isn't something to have control over other people. Like, control yourself and your own body, and then let everyone else kind of live how they need to live. Like, it's just, it's too, government has no place there, you know what I'm saying? So I don't really know what I want to say exactly. I just want people to be aware that this isn't okay, and it's bigger than what it seems. Once you start breaking down your control of yourself and your body and your life, you know, they start taking more and more and more, and it becomes a scary world. Okay, don't let history repeat itself, which it often does, but I don't know. Be happy, be healthy, be mindful, be aware, and vote anytime you get a chance to. It's so important. Yeah, it's a sad situation, but the sun is shining, and we keep living our lives, and we keep pushing forward. So love you guys. You look beautiful today. I hope you have a wonderful day. Make something delicious for dinner. You deserve it. Don't worry about the calories. Bye. Be well. This sucks. This is sad. It really is. But keep smiling anyway. Show those teeth, whether they're real or fake. Bye.